Hello everybody, welcome to a midweek, not midweek, although as much as hubby's been sleeping today, for him it would be a midweek. Anyway, welcome tonight for another project. I'm happy that you join me. Be sure and say hello so that I'll be able to say hello back. So, yeah, I just thought we'd break up the week again. Many of us are still in that shelter at home status. So I was getting a little bored. I don't know about you, but I was ready for some diversion. And I had a great idea. Graduation normally would be like the end of this month or the first part of June, where all the 2020 seniors would walk down in their caps and gowns and pick up their diploma. Well, unfortunately, it doesn't look like that's going to happen this year unless they can figure out a way to do it virtually. But, as I mentioned in one of my earlier lives, that doesn't mean that we shouldn't celebrate their accomplishments. And we made a card, I think a couple weeks ago, but I want to make a cute little gift box. I have this sweet, sweet little bracelet that I want to send to one of my graduates. Not going to say who in case that person happens to join us tonight. And I could have made just a regular square box with it and, decorated it. It would have been cute. But then, as I was going through cleaning out some of my stash, getting ready for some new stuff, I ran across our Kraft Pillow Boxes. And I thought, that'd be perfect. A cute little box that we can wrap up with some lace ribbon and some woven ribbon together. And on the front, we can decorate it. And it's going to be cute. At least if it works out the way that I'm hoping it's going to work out. Hello, Trudy. Thanks for joining tonight. So, it shouldn't take us very long. I'm going to be using things from the annual catalog, something from our celebration catalog, and even a little bit of retired paper because I still have a lot of that I'm trying to use up. And our colors are going to be Granny Apple Green and white, Whisper White, along with our Kraft little pillow box that has wonderful white polka dots on it. Love, love, love that. Just as an aside, if I wanted to, I could actually take a brayer and color over it. And I could make it Granny Apple Green, but no, that'd be a whole lot of Granny Apple Green. So we're just going to stick with having it this way. I've got my Granny Apple Green ink pad, my polka dot Whisper White ribbon, as well as my Granny Apple Green woven ribbon. And I've got some Granny Apple Green cardstock. I'm going to put that aside for now. And a piece of Whisper White that we'll be stamping our sentiment on. And this is the retired paper. It is from celebration, not this year, but last year, I think, 2019. But oh my gosh, isn't it beautiful? And if you don't happen to have any of this paper, no worries. We have a beautiful stamp set from the annual catalog, Butterfly Gala, that has a matching punch that makes it very easy. Me, I'm probably going to fussy cut out the butterflies. So there are always options. But Linda, you say, why do you have the painted poppies in front of you? You're not going to put poppies on this, are you? And no, I'm not. But I want to grab from the coordinating die set this swirl. This is going to serve two purposes. Number one, it is going to frame our sentiment, but number two, it has these lovely blank areas where we can actually thread our ribbon through. And that will make it to where whoever I give it to can untie and just slip this right off the pillow box without losing the sentiment and the frame. So that's why I've got my painted poppies out. All right. First thing that I want to do is I'm going to cut that out of some Granny Apple Green cardstock. So let me just take a piece of this. Isn't that gorgeous cardstock? I'm down to like my last two pieces of it. I've been trying to hoard it. All right, so I've got my Big Shot right behind me. And it shouldn't get too noisy here, but I'm just going to cut this out real quick. Oh, gotta use muscle power for that one. Haven't used that swirl too much. Alright, so let me bring in my plate. And what you'll see is when I lift this up, that really stuck, so let me get out my paper piercing tool here so I can lift it easily off. Carefully. When I do that, see all of these little areas fall out and we're left with this really pretty swirl. Alright, so let me put that aside. And it's really going to come together pretty quick once we get all the pieces. Boy, those pieces don't want to come off my plate. And then I also want to go ahead and, because I want my sentiment to be in Whisper White, hang on, I got one more little piece that doesn't want to take the plunge. Just got to coax it gently. There we go. I'm going to take my Whisper White, and the second to the smallest of our stitch circles fits almost perfectly right inside. So let me cut this real fast. I know, I'm cutting before I'm stamping, but you know, more and more, that's kind of the route I've been going. And as long as it keeps working for me, then that's what I'll do. Come on. Plates on there. One of my plates is so warped that unless I put it on there just right, it doesn't want to go through. Okie dokie. So there we go. And this is going to sit very nicely right inside that frame. Okay? Well, while I have it out, let's go ahead and bring some. Do I want black? Yep, I want black. Bring out some black ink. And I already have my stamp mounted. And this is Spread Your Wings and Fly, which I think is perfect for graduation. And it comes from our little ladybug stamp set. It's another cute one I really like using. All right, so tap, tap, tap here. Cross my fingers. Pardon my head if it gets in the way. The nice thing about working with the circle is you can't really do it too crooked. And there we go. Alrighty. So we've got that. Set that aside. And this is going to go right in here. So let me see. I think I'm just going to go ahead and do I want to, I think I want to prop that up. So let me bring out some dimensionals. Yes, I finally ordered some. I was just waiting until we could do a pre-order of some of the brand new items that are going to be in this year's annual catalog. So I ordered bunches of dimensionals so I won't run out. These little ones are nice, but it takes quite a few to do the job. All right. Let's just peel these off. Maybe. So it was a beautiful day here today. Typical spring day, but then all of a sudden the wind kicked up. We didn't get a storm or anything, but I went outside a few minutes ago to let Miss Winnie do her stuff. And it's cold out there. It's got to be like in the 60s with that wind going. So I was not quite prepared for that. I'm ready for it to be just balmy. Okay, now, the only thing I want to be careful of is I want my ribbon to go through this hole here and this hole here, because these are wide enough. If you notice, we've got two on the side, and we got a top and a bottom, but none of them, they're all kind of wonky. They don't line up, but I think if I just get mostly with it there, we'll be all right. Okay, so here we go. And what I'm doing is I'm actually using that stitched line that's on the Granny Apple Green center to line that up. So there we go. We've got that. Okay, next I am going to take and, because the rest of this I kind of need the package to be in shape. So there's a bracelet. I've got some nice little tissue paper that I'm going to wrap it in, just so it doesn't rattle around the box too much. So fold this up nicely and open this up, and I'm just going to slide it in. Just like that. Make sure I'm in the center, or approximately, and then I'm going to go ahead and fold down the ends. The proper way to do this is the one that has the little finger hole there gets folded in first, and that's so you're going to be able to reach in here and pull it out. If you put this one in first, it can be a real struggle to open it up. And these are scored along the edges right there. If you can see that, it's scored right there. So I'm just going to kind of coax it gently into place. Same with this one. The first one's always the easiest one, but there we go. So I've got that, and then gently fold that over. All right, so we've got our nice little present in there, and this is how I envision it going. So this is going to be on the top. I'm going to take both the polka dot ribbon and the Granny Apple Green ribbon, and I'm going to thread them through, but for right now I just kind of want to get how much ribbon I need. So I slid it up through that edge, so it's kind of behind it. I'm going to pull it all the way around, and I haven't even decided where I want it, if I want to tie a bow or a knot or what I want to do with this. So let me just try and keep it. I think I'm going to do it long, that way if I want to do a bow I can, and we'll move that out of the way. So what will happen is this piece will come through the side here, and there we have it. And what I'll probably do, because it rocks and rolls a lot, is once I figured out my placement, I will probably go ahead and put a glue dot or something right on the back so that it doesn't slip around so much. But let's see what we want to do. Do I want to just tie a knot? Because that could be really pretty. So if we just went in here and tied it in a knot, how would that look? Because I just think a bow, if I brought a bow up here, that it would be just a little bit too much. So we could do that and just have some tails. And I think that would be really pretty. So I think that's what we're going to do. But I'm going to untie this because to spiffify it a little bit, yes, that's a word I just made up. But I love the Granny Apple Green ribbon, but to kind of help it blend in a little bit with the box, I thought I would lay the polka dot on top of it. So I'm going to do the same thing I did. I'm going to slip this through here if I can grab it. Probably better to do both at the same time. Yep, it's going to be. So I'll just unthread that. And measure it out. Kind of like this. They don't have to be exact, but whew, I'm almost out of this polka dot ribbon. Okay, and now what I can do is thread it through here. That polka dot ribbon is a bit staticky. Pull it through, and then bring it up through here. Just like that. All right. So I've got both of them. Now let me figure out my placement here. I need to bring a little bit more, I think, through, just like that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to secure this to secure the ribbon to the sentiment strip. And that way, like I said, all it's going to do is when she opens it up and unties it, everything won't come undone completely, making it difficult to retie it. So I just put a glue dot on the paper below the polka dot. Now I'm going to put a glue dot where the polka dot is and bring my granny apple green ribbon over. There we go. So now it's secure. It's crooked as all get out, but you know, it'll swing around. And now we can go ahead and tie this up and then get to the fun part. Now, if you wanted, you also can kind of tape it down the front, just leaving it open here, but I don't think that's necessary. She may want to use this ribbon for something else and, you know, not necessarily keep the box. So, getting them tied and keeping everything together, yeah, that's going to be fun. But we'll manage. We'll manage. Boy, I am all thumbs when it comes to trying to do it that way. So let me just kind of stand it up. Make it a little bit easier. Alrighty. Oh, I like that. And I didn't pull the knot too tight, so she'll be able to open it. I just made it kind of look nice. And then I just need to decide, how long do I want my tails? You know, I'm going to think on that. We'll just leave it like that for a minute and move on to decorating our sentiment. Like I said, you can take the Butterfly Gala, and the stamps are attached to each other. So you could stamp, for instance, these two butterflies are one stamp. So you could stamp it and color it, and the punch even cuts them out just like that. So they line up really easily. But I wanted to use the butterflies on this paper. So I'm going to just cut them out. So fussy cutting is kind of therapeutic for me. I enjoy doing it. And I think I want this butterfly here. This is actually lemon lime twist, but it's close enough to the granny apple green. I think we can make it work. So I'm just going to cut it out like this first, and then go in and do some fussy cutting. So and I'm not going to worry about, you know, antennas or anything. That would be way too fussy for me. I just want to get in here and get the shape of the butterfly. Such pretty colors. And I think this is the perfect size for the box. I cut that a little close on that end, but that's okay. We managed. So, Trudy, have you been doing anything interesting? Crafting? I think I've seen everything on Netflix there is to see. Because hubby and I watched Netflix a lot even before we had to stay home. So it's time to move on. I'm trying to decide if I want to go ahead and get a subscription to one of the movie channels, but that's sometimes so iffy as to, if you're going to get some decent movies. I'm not a big series person. There's a couple I like the, the Tom Ryan series on Netflix. Hubby and I both love that. So, okay, so this, we're going to put, I think that's going to look so cute. But then I want to give a little extra color. And since I really am only using 2 colors per se, Kraft is kind of, a neutral. I think I'd be okay with adding a butterfly that had just a little bit of color. But I want that to be the main one. So maybe a small one like this one right here. I think I kind of like that. So let's do that real quick. A couple more of these and I'll be getting rid of this paper. If you hear any pitter-patter of little feet, Miss Winnie decided to come in and join us. She has been getting under my feet all day long. I think she needs a little more attention. I think she thinks I pay more attention to her daddy than to her. All right, almost done with this one. I was going through my pattern paper stash. I think I have enough to last me probably, 2 or 3 years. And I just ordered more. I can't help it. Hi, my name is Linda. I'm addicted to DSP. Okay. These I definitely want to stand up. So let's bring our dimensionals back and figure out placement. Now I could do one there and one there. And I think I like that better than this. Because if I put it here, I could put that there. No, I think I like the big one down towards the bottom. So, and I am going to bend the wings just slightly. And let's see if I can get this to work. I'm going to leave the wings without adhesive and just have it on the body. So, if I want to, I can fluff the wing up just like that. And then this one. And by attaching them to the Whisper White circle, of course, that means that when the ribbon comes off, this all comes off with it, so nothing falls away. Okay, so we've got that. How about a little bit of bling? Just a little bit. Because it's a special day. Let's do a little adjusting here. There we go. And let's see, I've got these really pretty green rhinestones. Let's see what we think about that. This is from the Noble Peacock set of rhinestones. Yep, I think that green is going to be just perfect. So we'll put one there, and we'll put one up here, and then I have to have one more. So I think what I'll do is put it right on the butterfly's body. Kind of blends in, but I know it's there. All right. Now let's look at our tails and see what we want to do with them. as they are still, they're a little bit long, just a little bit long. So let's see what length I want to cut them. I'll bring that down just a little bit. Okay. And I'm thinking, here's my big scissors for this. I'm thinking that should be a good length. So we'll do that, and then we'll do that. And that's all there is. Easy breezy. In only about 20 minutes, we created a really cute gift box to put a nice little trinket in. I think she's gonna like it. All right, so that's pretty much all I have. Hello, Karen. Welcome. Something just, sweet and simple, plus we're using up some supplies. I can tell you guys, I got a sneak peek of our new catalog, and gorgeous. Need to take out a second mortgage on the house, I guess, to get everything. But I did do a little bit of a pre-order, and I'm hoping maybe by Saturday, but if not by Saturday, maybe by midweek next week, I'll have it in, and I can show you guys some of the lovely, lovely new stuff. All right, well, that's all I've got for you tonight. I hope you enjoyed the little project, and that you'll go out and make it your own. This would work for guys too if you had a little something you wanted to put in there for them. All you would have to do is just, use some guy-colored ribbon, I guess. But yeah, it works for anything. And don't forget, Mother's Day, coming up. So yeah, trinkets fit really nice in here, as you see. Also, chocolates would go really well in there too. I got to quit talking about chocolates. I'm craving them, and my scale and I've hidden my scale. I don't want to look at it for a while. All right, gang, I will let you get back to your Wednesday nights. Thanks so much for joining, and remember, stay safe, check on your neighbor, wash your hands. Night, y'all.